It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show with Lady Luck, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot. Ow.
What up, ladies? What up?
Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's the Friday experience. You already know, baby.
Everybody, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you at.
Yo, y'all gotta excuse me. I know I was a couple minutes late. I was setting up this new ring light. Me and Maria was trying to figure this thing out. Okay, I was trying to do some things.
I thought it was my phone again. I was like, is it me?
Nah, I like this one. It's like a little pink. You know what I mean? And then I had to wrap my foot. Y'all know I still got that boot on my foot. Pause. So
They're giving you the boot?
Nah. I messed up. Oh man, my man is on time. I love when people on time. Of
course he's on time. He is definitely super professional. How he not gonna be on time? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, drop some emojis, give some love. The journalistic game. Doggie Diamonds up on bacon, egg, and cheese, baby, on time, because that's what he does.
Yo.
Punctual.
Very punctual, always full of integrity, always does his research, a man of the culture. You know, they always talk about the 5 hip-hop elements. They always talk about MCing, DJing, graffiti, beatboxing, but they never talk about that 6th element, the lens. Without somebody to capture the culture, what would the culture be? It would just be a myth.
I agree.
We don't talk about that element. So we want to talk about that element. Welcome to the experience. I am Miss Lissa. You already know Lady Luck. Babs is going to be joining us again very soon. Welcome.
How you doing? How y'all doing?
Doing well.
I just want to give you so much love. Go ahead.
Didn't I capture all of y'all on camera before, except for you, the bottom left? But I think my first ever interview was a lady on the bottom right. It was my first ever interview.
Babs Bunny.
Yes, my first ever interview.
I'm on the
Oh, because he got different boxes. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, the bottom, my bottom right.
No, right. So yes, Babs, Lady Luck. I am Miss Lissa. You and I have met. We're not really real acquainted, but I think I met you because I remember your face. I think I met you in Atlanta at the Cynthia Bailey wine cellar. They were having like an audition, and I feel like I met you there.
I was there.
That was you. I got the part, baby, but we won't make any announcements until Cynthia's ready. Now, welcome to Bacon, Egg, and Cheese. You are very welcome. We definitely want to give you your flowers, like Lady Luck said. Luck, do you want to give him some roses? You was about to, I felt you getting the bouquet ready.
Well, shout out to Instagram, because Instagram made me think that they took our badges away again. But they was like, when I tried to go live, they said, no, Lady Luck, it's already embedded. Okay, so shout out to Instagram for always showing us. Me and Doggie Diamonds pause, we go way back. He's always been a supporter of Luck. You know, when people come on the show and I tell y'all when I was out here looking terrible in the streets, like I had a drug addiction, overweight drug addiction, but people always showed me love and always showed me support, and that's what Doggie Diamonds did. Then it was a real dark point in my life, and Doggie asked me to do an interview, and I was like, yes, but I didn't do it, and I couldn't do it. And I gotta bring it up because light-skinned people, when we reconnect. And I had DM'd him. I was like, look, my guy, I apologize. Okay, life was dark. I was fucked up. I almost committed suicide. Okay, thank God I didn't do it. And he was like, look, I understand, and I lost weight, and I look better than you now anyway, so I can forgive you. So shout out to Doggie Diamonds for always being a real one.
Babs, was Doggie Doggie said that you were his first interview. Do you remember that interview?
Of course I do.
Okay. Any memorable moments? Anything that you want to drop from that interview that you remember?
I mean, y'all could go back and check out the interview. You know, I was one of Doggie Diamond's. I was his first interview, as he say. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a part of history again. I stay being a part of history, man. Y'all niggas better understand and pay some motherfucking respect, okay? I've been a part of numerous things that are considered to be great history. So shout out to me. Shout out to me. Okay?
That's right. Like Uncle Snoop told us, you gotta thank yourself. But Mr. Diamonds, you are from Brooklyn, just like Brooklyn Babs, right?
Yeah,
Brooklyn, and you grew up with Biggie. You grew up with you call her Inga, Foxy Brown, Little Kim, and you said that you were around all of these celebrities, and you went to all these publications and said, "Hey, I can get interviews with all these people. Give me something to do," and they were like, "No." They got real Hollywood on you. So you created your own platform. True?
Laughed in my face, literally.
Laughed in your face. We won't drop those publications because, you know, they changed
No, I like to because
okay.
It's the same thing that make you laugh, make you cry later. You know, so it was I was at SOBs and it was an all hip hop. They had
all right, Chuck.
But it was the dude name was Grouchy Greg. And I seen him and I was like, yo, man, I could get all these interviews. I know all these people. I already had started. I did a little bit of the Come Up DVD. I didn't really get in there yet, but I was starting, did a few interviews for them. And I'm like, yo. And he laughed in my face. The first reaction of me being who I am, I started to punch him in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. That was my first initial reaction. I was like, yo, what's so funny? Like, you know, when we come into this culture, for those who take it serious, we serious. So it's not nothing to laugh at. Like, I'm not no joke. What are you laughing in my face for?
Right.
You know? The second reaction was, you know what? He's stupid. You know what I'm saying? He knows better, and he doesn't really understand what you're about to do. He doesn't get it. And then I'm glad I didn't snuff him because when I think about it, he wouldn't understand what I was about to do. He wouldn't understand what I was about to, you know, make happen. And I'm glad that I didn't go with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I just did my own thing.
So what was the name of your initial platform? Was that the Come Up DVD?
No, the initial platform was Forbes DVD.
Okay.
Yeah. Was Forbes DVD. The Come Up DVD was a DVD in the streets. Well-known DVD in the streets.
Well-known.
Yeah, and then I did that. I did like the...
That's where Nicki Minaj comes from, the Come Up DVD,
right.
Miss Lissa.
No,
yeah.
right.
A lot of her early film work and her interviews and stuff, that was always me around filming her, you know what I'm saying? So I knew Nicki and Safari, believe it or not. Safari was always there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got so much love for Safari, because he was there, you know, and as much as he tried to get written out of history, he was there, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was there. So I always will have love for Safari, because when I seen Safari again, he was like, oh, yo, what up? And I was like, you know,
Could you tell they were together? Or did you just think he was a hype man like everybody else?
Well, he wasn't her gay friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, a lot of women would keep a homeboy around and, you know, they not smashing, but he was always there. So I knew they didn't let on that they was together, but he was always there. He was always there every step of the way. So, like I said, I just had a lot of respect for him because he was there. Whatever role they planned for him, he played his role well, and he was there. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Nicki too. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no issues or problem with Nicki. I understand what's happening to Nicki, though. I understand why she's going through what she's going through. And
can you elaborate? What are you saying she's going through for people in the audience who don't know what the hell you're talking about?
I feel like it was a move to move her out. Because I feel like Cardi was created. Not gonna like me for saying this, but I'm really be honest with you. I feel like Cardi was created, which she is, because she don't write a rhyme. So whenever you don't
industry plant,
Mike, I won't say that because she really wanted it, and you got to execute. So people complain to you all you want, you got to do it. Because she did the job. The difference with Cardi and Nicki was, Cardi was a people person. Cardi was likable. Nicki was very bitchy to a lot of people. She rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. She did and said things to people where she was bossing up. And in her defense, being that she's a woman and she was bossing up, it's almost like, yo, you got some nerve.
Mm-hmm.
So she was unfairly treated. Cardi came through, Giddy. You gotta remember, Cardi is from the Welvin class, the A-Town class. Remember, it was Welvin, Cardi, A-Town. So it was people that we...
Okay, yeah. These nuts guy.
Remedial, you know, acting crazy on this. So she came from there. So when she got on Love and Hip Hop, we realized she could rap. And she came through. She was nice. She shook hands, kissed babies. Nicki was like, look, I'm here for business. I want to do my job and go away. So Nicki, go ahead.
Can I jump in and interact on that? Shout out Nicki Minaj, you know, get the strap and all this other stuff. What I realized with the difference between Nicki and Cardi, you were in the area of it. Your Cardi is from that era, you know, of the people, and we love Cardi's page. You know, it got deleted 5-6 times. Everybody went and found her. She was entertaining. I think with Cardi, it's more of selling the brand. You get what I'm saying? I don't think we buy Cardi's music because it's so super fire. We love Cardi, and because the music is dope, that's more of a plus. Whereas with Nicki,
became dope, but we already loved her if she did music or not.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's my point. So I feel like they're two different. I feel like they're two different people. But at the same time, Cardi was cursing out fans. Cardi was going through a lot because she didn't, you know, she blew up overnight. So she didn't have the media training. I think it's two different things. I think with Nicki, we fail to realize that the barbs are so incredible. She's been out in these streets shaking hands and kissing babies and things of that nature. I think it's a couple people high up that Nicki pissed off, and they were just high up enough to spin this narrative. Because, like, you know, a lot of people will be like, yo, Nicki ain't show female rappers love. And if you go check the pages where they had, you know, the Nicki fan pages, they have when she's showing love to female rapper after female rapper. You get what I'm saying?
She even did a song with Megan, and Megan didn't really even, she felt like give her, you know, enough appreciation after she did that. She's always locking in with the girls.
Right. So
but Cardi definitely said that she's not a rapper. Cardi just wants to make money. So if it's in acting, if it's rapping, if it's shipping, if it's tipping, Cardi just wants to make money. So
whereas
like,
Nicki
you can tell Nicki loves the culture. Her pen game
Nicki
shows
is
that.
with bars. Yeah, Nicki wants to.
Somebody somewhere pit them against each other. That's what, see, because I've always taken to female women in the culture more. I started, one of my first early jobs at 15 years old was Roxanne Shante tour DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Shout out to Roxanne.
So the first time Little Kim of a rap was in my house. You could watch my interview with her. She say that. I knew Inga since she was 9 years old. I came into Babs' life, so I was been around Babs. I knew Lady Luck, Little Kim, Foxy Brown, Nicki Minaj, Roxanne Shante, Nikki D is my homegirl. I interviewed Ann. So I've always been around the ladies. Even when Queen of the Ring first started, I would go to their events and would never go to URL because I like women who rap. I like women in the culture because I believe that women should be looked at for their gift opposed to their body, how they look, whether you'll hit or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I always wanted to bring was equality with that. Like, nah, she dope. She got skills. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. So I've always taken to women a little bit more. So I felt like with Nicki just, she did piss somebody off somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And again, when before you remove anything, you have to replace it with something. So you can't just take it away because she is a cash cow. So what did they replace her with? They replaced her with Cardi. It's just a fact. So that's why they pitted them against each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I don't know if she replaced Nicki. I just feel like everybody always creates this competition.
She replaced Nicki as the before Cardi, they replaced Little Kim with Nicki.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So then they had to replace Nicki with Cardi because it could only be one woman. This has just been how it is. This only could be one woman, not to us, but to corporate
industry. Yeah.
Not gonna have 2-3 women winning. You know what I'm saying? Just like they always put Foxy and Little Kim against each other. And just so happened Foxy and Little Kim know each other. At one point, did you know Foxy Brown used to tell people she was Little Kim?
No. And you call her Inga, so we know that what you saying is the truth.
But
okay?
They were cool at one point. They were definitely cool at one point.
Yeah, we all from the same neighborhood.
Yes.
And they going to the same studio. You know what I'm saying? So again, women fall to this cattiness that's caused by men. It ain't caused by women. It's caused by men.
It's caused by men. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that. And let me tell you something. Women got to stop comparing themselves to the men as well. And that's why it's so easy for the men to get in the women's head. And then it's just a mess. And you know, they mess it up for themselves. They really do. Instead of sticking together, they allow the men to come in their head and pull them apart and say, no, you number one.
I just feel like it's a lot of female rappers who are rocking right now. Like I hear you, it's only Nicki and Cardi, and that's the ones I guess that we're in tune with. But there's a lot of female rappers whose large pause on this new wave that the new generation has. Like there's girls out there selling 5 million records, and we've never heard of them before. I think that Megan is doing successful.
Well, speaking of Dream Doll said that she has undergone 4 butt reduction surgeries in an act to reduce her butt and make it look more natural. Let's go to the videotape.
Reduce like that taken out. So what made you decide to do that?
It hurts, pain, not wanting a big butt anymore. I still love my butt. I already got 4 reductions already.
Okay.
There's levels to this reducing shit. So I'm just like,
yeah, it's way harder to take it out.
Way harder to take it out. People be like, oh, it looks like she didn't take anything out. Bitch, I took that shit out 4 times. You're not about to keep making me go put anesthesia on my body to please y'all asses. Like, fuck that. You know, but yeah, I just wanted a more natural body, and I still do. So
natural bodies are making a comeback. So how do you feel about this? Let's go to our guest first, Mr. Diamonds. Doggie Diamond, step right in, baby. Let us know.
You understand what the name means. See, everybody don't get it, but I'm glad you know that. How do I feel about that?
Yes.
Who told her to do that in the first place?
Men, like you just said.
Men.
You know what's so funny? No, that's not true.
Granddaddy IU said he'd rather a girl get her body done before her teeth.
Cardi said that.
That's
and he agreed.
Women are getting surgery for each other nowadays because the men love natural women. They are writing it everywhere. Women are getting their bodies done for each other, is what I found out. But go ahead, Doggie.
But I mean, again, when you dealing with one of the I always say this, right? Stop looking for yourself outside of yourself. And people don't understand that. But when you looking for you outside of you, you're never going to find it. You're always going to be searching. You're always going to be looking for you. So you're looking for how you would look or how you see yourself through somebody else. You look in the mirror, that's just who you are. Don't you know if you eat a certain way, you do squats, you do certain things, that cake going to come in. It's going to, you know what I'm saying? Whether you got one of them little skinny, strong ones, you know what I'm saying? Or one of it's gonna come.
But Diamond, not for nothing, everybody don't have the willpower and the drive to get up every day and work out. Because you know, not for nothing, I went mad hard. I got a trainer, went mad hard. My shit was right. I said, oh shit. Yo, sitting. I'm wearing my legs out, everything. I'm like, oh, I'm lit. What you talking about? And then I stopped for 30 days.
And
then I went back. And my trainer said, damn, bitch, all that work we did and that shit gone.
But you know what contributes to it more than training?
Eat your diet.
Your diet. Or listen, diet is about 90% of everything. Because you don't have to work out. If you eat a certain way, listen, we are black people, right? We are black people. We naturally have muscle tone. We naturally have muscle memory. We naturally have things in our DNA and our genes that if we tap back into who we are and where we come from, everything gonna snap back. Look at the women in the 70s. You think they was in the gym? They wasn't in the gym. They
were sniffing cocaine.
They got different hormones. They was
Like,
smoking
that's
cigarettes.
crazy.
No,
They
no.
was pregnant. They didn't even have a surgeon general.
They had disco music. You hear disco music? Like all they.
Everybody was a coke.
Now you wildin'. They was doing aerobics. They wasn't dancing. They was doing aerobics.
Saying to you this, we have women in our neighborhood. I ain't talking about celebrity. I'm talking about women right in your neighborhood. Everybody had bad women in their neighborhood. That what do she do to stay like that? It was her genetics. The food was different then. It was different then. The stress level was different then. The quality of life was different then. And the way we ate was different then. Now we eat, and it wasn't all of these fast food restaurants. It wasn't a crowd.
I'll be honest with you, right? I didn't grow up in those 70s, and I was a baby in the 80s. And my moms and all of them, when you look back at these pictures, everybody was slim, trim, everybody was sniffing coke. And she'll tell you. I mean, everybody was sniffing coke. As soon as they all start sniffing coke, I'm gonna show you pictures from the 90s. Everybody like this.
That's a fact.
When everybody found Jesus, everybody had the fish fry, the chicken fill. I mean, don't tell me.
Give my people. I ain't gonna put the cocaine on them. It
was the 80s, baby.
I'm gonna say this though. Like, not for nothing, when I was going to school younger, I don't remember it being a bunch of fat kids in school. It was like one or two, you knew who they were, you know what I mean? It wasn't, but even when you seen somebody parent that came up and they was fat, you was like, oh, that's your, like, you know, it wasn't some shit that was just like normal.
The kids were sniffing coke too.
What you mean it wasn't normal?
I'm coke babies.
Chubby, Dad. I hate you.
I can't speak.
I was a fat kid.
Because I know in New York City, we walked a lot. You know, in New York City, we walked a lot. Yes, a lot of people back
in Jersey, we didn't.
Their parents did not.
I'm from Hell's Kitchen. We was all right.
People back then, their parents did not have cars like that. And motherfuckers was trooping it. We was walking through blizzard, storms, going to school, snow. That's the workout.
From downtown, to downtown Brooklyn.
Yes, miles.
We was under that McDonald's.
Yes, we was walking miles. We was outside. We was playing.
On a bike.
Doing things. We was on a bike. We was on our skates. We was moving around. These kids now, they sitting in the house. They on their tablets. They eating Hot Pockets. And, you know, they don't want to do shit. And that's why they asses is big. But I was asking Miss Lissa and Luck this morning, Diamond. I said, yo, why is it that when a kid is underweight, that's child abuse? But when the kid is overweight, it's not child abuse.
Still child abuse.
But it is, but not legally.
Yeah.
Not legally. Yeah. You got big fat kids that can't walk a block. They huffing and puffing, and their parents don't have no case. They still home overfeeding these kids, giving them all kinds of diseases and giving them a short lifespan. But if the kid come in and they underweight, you take them to the doctor and they ribs is showing, they like, oh, they underweight, we're going to lock you up. You're not feeding them, you starving them. But you overfeeding them, you killing them. So I don't understand.
With food, the relationship with food comes from many different things. And it comes first and foremost is depression. That's first and foremost your relationship with food. Second is boredom. And third, sometimes you just glut. You just think you're supposed to eat everything.
Why you made all three of them so negative? What about number 4? You just like good shit. Like why?
Well, maybe you getting money.
Like I ain't depressed. I ain't good. Like I ain't none of the above, bro. I ain't bored. I like me some good food. Like last night, I was off that Henny. We playing spades. I needed a tuna fish sandwich at 2 in the morning because I needed something to soak up that liquor.
But you come from depression, right?
Nah, I mean that been over. I look good. I'm getting money now. How the hell can I be depressed?
But when you was depressed, you at your heaviest weight?
No.
Then you just told me how you start this show. Rewind.
Nah, bro. Nah, I'm talking. Nah, I was sniffing cocaine. That's what I'm saying.
Wait a second.
Sniff the tip. So,
yo, I cannot.
I wasn't. No. There were times in my life where my heaviest weight was when I'm depressed. But like, I feel good. I feel great right now. I feel like, woo! You know what I'm saying? And I tell you, since Thanksgiving, man, we going wild over here, bro. You know,
we all in trouble. We all in trouble since Thanksgiving. But then again,
yo,
I'm
the
getting my shit
symbol
back
was a
always,
blur.
girl. I work out every day. Excuse you, Mr. Diamonds. Okay.
Now she be working out during prayer meetings.
I definitely do.
Yeah, she do. We be in our group meetings. She be having the strap shit, the rubbery shit that go around your legs. And she do.
Yeah.
She be working out.
No, but what I'm
right.
saying,
She do her squats. She do her squats with some rubber shit. And then she jump up and then come down and then jump on the floor. The bitch is like some type of jumping rabbit. She be like, oh. Like, yeah.
And it's all mental, ladies and gentlemen. So if you need an accountability coach, it is me. Wait for what? But WEIGHT, because it's all about the weight coming off your body, your mind, and your spirit. You can email me at misslissaknows@gmail.com for more details. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to Queen of the Ring. New battles dropping each and every day. And show some love to Lucky Teas, Lucky CBDs, Lucky Crowns, and Lucky Sounds. It's a lucky enterprise, baby. Hit the link in her lucky bio. And don't forget to show love to the legendary media maven, Doggie Diamonds. How do they get in contact and support you, sir?
I'm on here. Doggie Diamonds TV is the YouTube. 227,000 subscribers. Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. That's really it. I have to pull back from the public a little bit because that's something I don't want to add. I feel like when you in this space and y'all kind of new to sitting in this seat that I've been in for like the last 15 years, I find that sometimes we just give so much of ourselves that what do we have for ourselves? And people just keep pulling you. You know what I'm saying? Pulling you. So you get a million DMs. Listen to this, listen to this, listen to that. And it's a lot of putting out.
Well, let me tell you what we do.
It's not enough coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you what I do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got to do it in my Brooklyn bad boys. So, yo, Doggie, right? I be doing TV placements now, right? So, everybody who want me to be listening to their music and stuff, I tell them, yo, hit the email, mail it in. I'm going to listen to your music. We're going to get a bag together. Because people be like, listen to my music all day. And I be like, yo, I like the vibes, but I can't listen to your music all day. So, what I need you to do is email it, right? You know the vibes. You got to send it to the email, right? And then I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to submit it to television and then we're going to get it back together. But I'm not listening to it for free.
Well, this is my thing with a lot of people. The term rapper has been known, it's becoming a derogatory term in description of us. So if you notice, everybody who gets killed, they get called a rapper. But we never heard none of their music. So how do we know they're a rapper? So how did that just become the terminology for everybody now?
Because they be rapping. They got videos out and everything.
Christmas just passed. I'm pretty sure they wrapped some gifts.
Listen to me. A lot of them, rapper has become another word for nigger now. Trust me. And I've been saying this here. And then Kanye went on Drink Champs and said the same thing the other day. And then everybody was like, oh, but I've been saying that for the past year. It is people like my homeboy, rest in peace, Triple Beans. He's from Newark, New Jersey. They was like the rapper Triple Beans just got killed, but nobody never heard his music. So why is the media describing him as a rapper? What happened to black man, father of three, this, and the third? Now everybody's a rapper. You know what I'm saying? That's all we are as rappers and Instagram chicks and people that want to be personalities. We don't know how to do nothing else. We don't do nothing that uses our brain. Everybody got to be in front of the camera and be famous and get to the bag. How you get into the bag if you got direct deposit?
The bag getting to you, baby.
The terminology bag is for the underworld. That's not for people who work every day. Stop with this bullshit ass terminology like you a street person if you go to work. If you go to work, I do not job shame. If you work at Target, Trader Joe's, Walmart, salute to you. I am happy. I'm proud of you. If you're a bus driver, salute. I do not job shame. It doesn't matter where you work. But this get in the bag shit and this stupid ass terminology that niggas use in the street, stop using it because it doesn't fit your life. Get in the bag has always been.
It can't just be new slang.
No.
You've got to be intentional about what you say.
Yes, because listen, words are spells. You cast spells when you speak. When you speak things into existence, that's what it is. All that I'm getting to, how you get into the bag and you got direct deposit? What bag did you ever see? You never even seen no physical money. But yeah, I'm getting to that bag. I'm getting to that bag. There's a difference between you and the dude that's in front of the corner store with red cups all day. Stop wanting to be that bum ass nigga and be happy and proud that you get up every day and take care of your family. Stop wanting to be them. The dude that's in front of the bodega every day, all day, harassing every chick from sun up to sun. You know
I think that some of the terminology has come from hip hop. I believe that, you know, Doggie, stop taking the fun out of this stuff.
Believe that
No, let me finish.
Okay,
we got to stop showing our age because, you know, our parents used to hate some of the slang that we used and stuff.
We hate the slang, but then they take the slang and then change it with
I ain't interrupt you, light skin. I ain't interrupt you. You and bad. That Brooklyn shit, man.
20 years from now, when we look up twerking, who's going to be the founder of twerking?
Yo, I found out the other day it was the Yang
Black women.
So it's going to be Miley Cyrus. It's going to be Miley Cyrus.
I do know that words are spells. I do believe that the music definitely puts something in you. It's been, I came up in the gangster era of hip hop, gangster rap. We would hear, I would hear Wild Out by the Locks and I would feel away. I would hear Annie Up by MOP and I would feel away. Like, that type of music would make you feel away. You like, yeah, bitch, who want it? I'm with it. Let's get it. Like, and that's real. And so I can believe that. I never job shame myself. I tell people all the time that I believe a lot of time they got it easier than me because they shit is already laid out. Like every day I'm getting up thinking about how I'm gonna make my next dollar, but you know how you gonna make your next dollar. You know you gotta get there at 9 o'clock. You gotta work these certain amount of hours. You gotta, whatever you do, drive, stock the shelves, whatever you do. You know exactly what you gotta do to get your next dollar. And it's gonna come next week or bi-weekly. I live a completely different lifestyle. I'm on the clock 24 hours a day. I'm dreaming about what I'm gonna do next. I'm never off. Yeah. And when I take a day off, I feel bad. I feel like I wasn't productive. When niggas take a day off at their job, they like, I'm calling out today. I'm going to just chill or whatever.
Hey, right? You take a day off, you popped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like a loser. I'm like, I'm loving to lose out.
You know what the key really is? And this is something I talked about in my Drink Champs interview. The key is really us.
Welcome to Bacon, Egg, and Cheese.
Yeah, shout out to Bacon, Egg, and Cheese. The key is really us sticking together. And when one of us get in, whatever in is, because we all are bosses in our own right? And when you create a high demand, they're going to come to you. You don't have to ever go to them. But one of the things that I don't like is that when we get in, the first thing we want to do is slam the door, hold the door, and peek through the door, and then decide who we want to pull in. I don't like no black gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. I don't like that because somebody let your ass in. And regardless to whether we love Jay, love Nas, love Puff, love Dre, they all got a boss. And the boss don't look like them. Okay?
But when you let people in, Diamond, they don't appreciate that, Diamond. You do shit for people, and then they get in position, and then they shit on you. Because and so that's what scares people. You know what? It's like, yo, I can help you, but then you don't appreciate me. You're never gonna acknowledge the help that I give you. You're gonna act like you entitled to this shit, like this shit just came to you, and then you're gonna get in position and forget all about me.
But you know what though? Acknowledgement really is an ego thing. Nobody has to acknowledge me. I don't care. I don't need validation from people. I'm valid. You know what I'm saying? I'm street verified. Yep. Validation from people. Look, listen, right? Y'all sitting here talking to me. I'm one of the founders of this whole genre. People wouldn't even be doing interviews if it wasn't for me.
And Ralph McDaniels.
But I always give him the credit though.
Well, I didn't hear you say that. People always want to argue.
But you don't listen to me.
Nobody want to argue for the work.
Even on Drink Champs, who did I stop and say we got to shout out Ralph McDaniels? So Ralph McDaniels is the father, but in the modern era of the internet, that's me. But at the end of it all, when I see y'all doing y'all thing, and I'm happy because it's just keeping the culture going and it's moving the culture forward. I don't be sitting here with my lip poked out. Yo, how did nobody shout? Listen, my thing is this. Any way that I can help you, the seeds get planted. Sometimes you don't always get to see the fruit you don't always get to see the tree grow. But you know, 100 years from now, 10 years from now, when they say, yo, who's responsible for this tree? They gonna say you. Trust me, they ain't got no choice. So it's like, even when we look at reality TV, where it's at today, we cannot say reality TV. We cannot say certain things without saying making a band. Y'all are the founders of certain things. You understand what I'm saying? So embrace it. It was what it was. It was an experience. So the whole deal is, nobody had to say, yo, Babs and them was first. Babs and them was first. They never got to say that. But you know what? It's something called a digital footprint that exists forever. So when they go back to the tape, they always gonna go back and see y'all was there. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not afraid of helping somebody. They turning on me. Everybody who I ever helped that's turned on me.
No, not every, we're going to rebuke that. One of the people that you did work with and help, and I hope he didn't turn on you, was Max B. And you also did an interview with Jim Jones, and you are one of the only people to ever ask Jim Jones about Max B and him not get upset and actually answer the questions. Now, Jim Jones has been in the news as of recent because he went on another podcast and he made a statement, and I have to get your opinion, Mr. Diamond. So take a look at this and we'll talk in a second.
Your mom, I love that. I love her. We follow each other on Instagram. I love her so. Wait, what did your mom tell you about sex when you were young?
She told me everything about sex.
Like what?
My first condoms, shit like that. My mom taught me how to kiss when I was younger.
What did she tell you to do?
She told me how to tongue kiss when I was younger.
Like what's the instructions?
There wasn't no instructions. She showed me with her mouth. Like
she kissed you?
It's my mother.
No, I'm just okay. My parents barely kissed me on the cheek.
No,
so
my mom
just stopped kissing my son on the mouth.
She showed me how to tongue kiss when I was younger. Remember, my mom was 17. She's a baby. Look at all the babies that's having babies now. And look how they act with their babies. It's like they have a little sister
and then he retracted his statement because he's a nigga. And he said this, for everybody with the backlash. This is Jim Jones' response. Take a look, and then we'll talk.
For the record, I love my mama more than anything in the world. And for the record, it was a joke.
You know,
people take things way too far. Don't bother us anyway, but let's get it clear. That's weak what y'all trying to project. Some simple, some from...
Are we projecting, or is he deflecting? Is he a nigga, or baby, was he just playing around? Like, what do y'all think?
I'm gonna say something that might not be the popular opinion. People have different relationships with their parents that, when put into the public eye, may be deemed inappropriate. I'm not saying, hey, chill out.
Be careful.
Spanish, just say that.
People are
be careful.
Right. Like I'm just saying, like, when things are sexual with your parents, that's inappropriate. Of course, incest is inappropriate. But there's some lines with different families that might be a little blurred, like with Kodak Black grabbing his mother's ass. It's not appropriate. I'm just saying, if you're not open-minded to understand these people, I don't think Jim Jones and and Mama Jones, they family. I don't think Jim Jones and Mama Jones was tongue kissing as all right.
He was showing him. She was like, put your tongue like this.
Let me tell you something. No, fuck that. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck what culture you come from. I don't give a fuck what family you come from, what food you eat, what music you listen to. That shit is disgusting. Get the fuck out of here. You grabbing your mother ass. That shit is disgusting. You sticking your tongue in your mother's mouth, or your mother sticking her tongue out saying, oh,
I wasn't saying
that
it was.
Shit is fucking disgusting.
You're getting very upset. I'm not saying
at the end of the day, that shit is that shit is
abuse.
Sexual abuse. And
if
a girl,
I didn't say it was appropriate. How old was the nigga?
If a girl, I don't give a fuck how old you was a kid. And if you were a grown man and you kissing your mother, you're disgusted.
Well,
you're
look,
disgusting.
from a man point of view, tongue kissing, your money get hard when you tongue kiss.
Disgusting.
So that means his mom got an erection.
You about to send us down a rabbit hole.
But that shit is real.
Yeah.
That shit is real. And so at the end of the day, that shit is nasty. And abuse. And if a father did that with his daughter, everybody would be like, what?
Right.
Mama Jones is family to me, okay? We be spending holidays together. I'm just trying to stand up for the family.
And that's the problem. So shit like that stay in the family and people think it's okay. I don't give a fuck if it's a family.
I'm not taking no family members.
That shit is fucking nasty.
But you ain't got to yell at me.
Sense what Chrissy was saying about their relationship.
I didn't do it, Babs.
But hold up. Then he said, oh, that wasn't true. Then Mama Jones came on and said, oh, I didn't stick my tongue in his mouth. I just stuck it out of my mouth and moved it around and showed him what he's supposed to be doing. That shit, that shit is weird. And I don't give a fuck what religion you are, how old you are, what you eat, what race, none of it. You some nasty, weird shit.
Facts.
I'm going to leave it alone.
Well,
shout out to Mama Jones, Jim Jones.
And the same thing with Kodak Black. First of all, I got a son. That shit is disgusting. And if my son grabbed my ass the way Kodak Black did, get the fuck out of here. I would have floored that nigga right. What the fuck is wrong with you? I just started swinging the fuck off of me.
I want to say this though, because we built on this last night on the Outspoken with Kareem Johnson show on my YouTube. Sometimes we say that we think is funny, but like I told y'all earlier, the same thing that make you laugh make you cry. And you say things and you don't know how it's gonna come off. And being that you so-called being a real nigga, you think you could spew certain things out. First of all, you was abused, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And that right there sometimes contributes to the overly tough.
So y'all telling me Mama Jones abused Jim Jones? That's
no, he told us. He told us that. Yes.
He said it.
He told us that.
And she confirmed. Let me tell you something. Him talking about, oh, my mother was a kid. It's plenty of girls out here and guys who had kids at 15, 16 years old. So because you have a kid at 16 years old and she wasn't 16 when she stuck her fucking tongue out. She wasn't 16 then, and even if she was 16, that's no excuse. Yeah. What world are we living in that niggas think it's okay to touch up on your mother? I'm going to grab my mother's ass. I'm going to touch up on her. Oh, my mother. And then when they was like your mother, and first of all, Angela Yee, I fuck with you, but the way that y'all sat there and let that shit slide, ain't no way in the world, B.
She was going for clickbait. And that's what I wanted to ask you, Doggie Diamond.
Fuck that.
Because something about Doggie Diamond is that Noriega was championing the fact that you have a certain level of integrity in media. A lot of people want clickbait. Would you have put that interview out, or would you have called him and said, yo, you was talking crazy, I'm not going to drop this?
Depend on my relationship with him. In the Max B interview, there is a part where he talks real reckless about Chrissy. And I was like, nah. And I actually stopped the interview. It was like, yo, nah. Listen, you say what you want about that man. You and that man could fight. But when you start talking about a man's wife or children, I'm not co-signing that, because the women and children are always innocent. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you allegedly did with her. You ain't saying that on my camera, because he could see you and punch you in your mouth. Or y'all could fight, but she can't. So I never played that. It depends on my relationship with him. Me and him.
What's your relationship like, bruh?
With him?
Yeah, would you have put that out?
Yeah.
I would have put that out. Yeah, I would have put that out. Because, again, with me, any and everything could be a teachable moment, right? This is something that I talked about prior to the show last night. I talked about how Trey Songz is constantly being accused of something. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? But also, I know that being in this music industry, we are groomed, especially the young men, to be very, very sexual. You know what I'm saying? We are groomed automatically. Yo, it's groupies, it's girl, do your thing. I was 15 years old coming into this industry, and I was taught by the older dudes in the industry, yo, look, you go to these towns, yo, you could, and I'm like, I want to play the game. Like, I want to play Nintendo and all that. Like, why y'all telling me all of this? You understand what I'm saying? So when you get groomed as a young kid to mess with all these women, when you get old and one or two tell you no, you like, hold on, I've been doing this for 10 years. What you mean no? So sometimes you go a little overboard. So what I wanted to be a teachable moment for people was, yo, this might have happened in your household. This might have happened in your household, and it's abuse, okay? We're never going to normalize abuse. We're never going to justify it, because if Angela Yee sat there and said her father taught her to kiss by kissing her in her mouth when she was 10, we will all be going for
uproar.
So there's no way they could clean that up via PR. What they need to do, they need to go to counseling.
Seriously. I was actually gonna say, bitch, being that you mentioned PR, who was there with him that didn't, once them cameras went off, I would have pressed them like, listen, do not put that shit out.
I think he thinks above that.
Like you gotta have, this is what, like, nah, my team, somebody on my team would have been like, yo. Like, that shit right there, don't put that shit out.
Mr. Bam, there's a thin line between playfulness and abuse, with a question mark. I have love for the Jones family.
As we all do.
I was like, no, Mama Jones and my mama, like we family. Like
I love Mama Jones and her
like
his
like his sister, we text every morning. Like, no, it's family. So I mean, inappropriate, maybe yes, inappropriate abuse. I wouldn't go that far. I would say inappropriate. I would, you know what I'm saying? Highly inappropriate. So I wouldn't call it abuse.
Why you wouldn't call it abuse though?
Because that
family with her. She told you why. She told you why, because that's her family. The hell?
Oh, okay. Got it.
She just told you why. Before we go into our chit chat topic, we do have a
hold on. What?
You biased.
Nah. I mean, I do agree that women, listen, women get away with things that men can't get away with. And that's why I love being, Lady Luck, because I get away with both. But I'm just simply saying, like, we could even watch two women kiss, but everybody is not down with watching two men kiss. You get what I'm saying? Like, women get away.
Everybody not down with all of that with women. Everybody not okay.
Yeah.
Women get away with more than men get away with all of the time. Like,
don't
that's
listen.
The problem.
Realize children. That's always going to be a problem. We're not talking about what adults do. We're talking about a mother and a child. We cannot compare that to two women or two men.
I wasn't saying. I was saying when you look. Listen, man. Mama Jones, I love y'all. Right?
So say you bias, it's fine. Cause look, when people ask me stuff about.
Shut up, Barry. How many times you gonna write it? Go ahead.
When some people ask me about Little Kim, they say, "Yo, what about all the surgeries and all that?" You know what I say? That's my sister, and I'm riding with her regardless. So you can never get me to say nothing bad about her. I'm biased, and I will say it. You understand what I'm saying? So
Little Kim biased too.
Luck.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna tell everybody to go teach their children this way. I'm not gonna teach my nephews that way. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Babs, do you want to do the bunny tail?
Do we have time? Shit, I'm so god.
So then you wanna
so passionate
I don't know how long is the bunny tail. Well, we do have you. If you're just joining, we have Doggie Diamonds and Legendary in the media realm.
I will, because being that Doggie Diamonds is up here, because my bunny, well, first of all, Doggie Diamonds, I do a segment called Bunny Tales, where I go back and I talk about true crimes that happened, years ago that people might know about or might not know about. Before the new year started, I said I was gonna come back and do a bunny tale about Scott LaRock. Now, did you have Scott LaRock's son? Did you interview Scott LaRock's son on your show? Great. So I would want to do this while he's here, because maybe he could chime in, And so, as y'all all know,
she got the book.
I got my note.
You got the book.
My note.
Come on, Harriet the Spy.
And so we all know, like I said, I got my bunny tales. I could only give y'all pieces of the story because I don't have a lot of time, as always. And y'all could always
Babs,
go back.
this is our show. We can go as long as we want.
And you could, no, we can't. And you could always go back.
We were 5 minutes late today, so
that's what I'm going by.
No, but I'm just saying in general. I'm just giving people a brief because every time I do a bunny tale, it's not a full story because I'll be sitting here for an hour, when you breaking down these stories. So you have to go as pieces that, you might find out somewhere else. So anyway, Scott LaRock. Okay, people. Now this is, from what I have researched. And so if, not sure if it's 100%, but I'm sure a lot of it is 100%. Now, Scott LaRock is known, from what I know of, is the first murder in hip hop. Am I correct, Doggie Diamonds? Do you know that? I think that would be the
first publicized murder. Yes.
So you don't think it was a murder?
No, yeah, I said murder. I said correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. First, yes, the first murder in hip hop. Okay, so Scott LaRock was way ahead of his time. A black college graduate. Chris Lighty once said that Scott LaRock was his idol, and that if he was still here, he would be P. Diddy today without the dancing. Okay? Now, from the Bronx, New York, at the age 12, he seen Kool Herc in the park, and he wanted to be like him. Now, Scott LaRock was like 6'3" in height, and he was a star basketball player in his school. But he loved hip hop, and he wanted to be a DJ. So his grandfather bought him some turntables, and he named himself Scott LaRock after the rapper Coke LaRock, who was Kool Herc right-hand man. Some people say that Coke LaRock was, you know, the reason he put together the DJ and the MC. And they also say that Coke LaRock was the first ever rapper MC. Now, in 1980, he graduated, Scott LaRock graduated from high school with a full basketball scholarship. He went to school, he played ball, he DJ'd at his school radio station, and he also would DJ at a bar. And introduced a lot of white kids. That Coke LaRock was the first ever rapper.
Sorry.
Okay. He introduced a lot of white kids into hip hop. So he graduated with a business degree, and in 1984, he came home and he got a job at a homeless shelter.
Did she go out?
I thought it was me. I don't
hear her no more.
Can't hear you.
Damn, I'm running my fucking mouth.
All right, you back. You back.
Okay. So now he graduated from school. He went home. He got a job at this homeless shelter, and he would DJ on the weekends. Now at this homeless shelter is where he met a guy named KRS-One. KRS-One was living in this homeless shelter. Now they didn't really get along at first or whatever. So now it was this guy named Said G who had a studio in his house. And then one day KRS-One was there, and Scott LaRock came there, and KRS-One was like, oh shit, that's the nigga that worked in my shelter. And then, you know, they met each other, they found out that, you know, they both love music, blah, blah, blah. And then they clicked with each other and they became cool. And then they started this crew called the Boogie Down Crew. Now, if anybody know who D Nice the DJ is, D Nice was also a part of the Boogie Down Crew. Okay. Let me get my notes here, people. Now, they got a deal with Rock Candy Records, but they had to put out a song that was about saying no to drugs. What happened, Doggie?
No. I'm in the crib just talking.
Okay.
I thought it was Boogie Down Productions.
No, hold up, baby. Can
Yeah,
I
her research. She's on her journalism.
Hello?
You gotta let her chill.
Hello?
I don't need everybody
Let her
attacking
go.
me,
She's
though.
on her mother group.
Like, I don't need everybody coming at me like that.
Okay. And so now they got a deal with this record label called Rock Candy Records. But they had to put out a song that was saying no to drugs. It was an anti-crack record. Scott, at the time, when they got this deal, they didn't know that the label at the time had ties with Joe Robinson of the Sugar Hill Records. And also Joe Robinson had ties with the mob. And so they said, oh, okay, this is, you know, some crazy shit that's going on.
I told y'all that they were signed to us, but go ahead.
Okay. And so now, okay. So they put out the song. The song was named Crack Attack. Okay, and the song didn't do good, but they had got their own label deal, and they was able to put out more music, and so they started working on this album called Criminal Minded, and that's where they met Mr. Magic, and they asked Mr.
Time out. Hello, Mr. Magic is my godfather. But go ahead.
Okay, and so they asked Mr. Magic to listen to their music. And Mr. Magic heard the music, and Mr. Magic said, this shit is whack, this shit is trash, I don't like it. And so KRS-One said, what? MC Shan is whack. Now, MC Shan was a part of the Juice Crew. He was down with Mr. Magic. And so KRS-One said, my shit is whack. Fuck out of here. MC Shan is whack. And so they went, and then they made this record for the South Bronx. Now, Scott LaRock had a business mind. And so he went to Mr. Magic, and he said, listen, let's put out these diss records, but, you know, we just doing this for the public. It's not real. Just want to put this out. We can get money doing this. And Mr. Magic said, fuck out of here. I'm not doing that with you. I don't need you. I'm Mr. Magic Juice Crew. We popping. Fuck out of here. And so, okay, Scott LaRock said, all right. And so they went and they gave the record to Red Alert. Red Alert played the record. The record was popping. And then MC Shan came out with this record called Kill That Noise. And then that record started popping. And then they went back in the studio and came out with one of the greatest diss records of all time. The Bridge is Over. Okay? There you go. And then the battle was also over after that because it was a wrap. Okay. And so then they released the Criminal Minded album. Now, in August of 1987, it was an incident. Now, let's go back to 1986. D-Nice, he had a female that was his friend. He called her one day. Her boyfriend hops on the phone. Her boyfriend like, fuck out of here, nigga, who you? And then he threatens D-Nice. He said, when I see you, I'ma kill you. Now, spin the block a year later, 1987, they on. Everybody knows Boogie Down Productions, they popping, and the girl says to her man, yo, you see that nigga right there? That's the nigga that you was on the phone with. And so one day, D-Nice is out, sees the nigga and his friends, they press him, back him down, pistol whip him, bam. And so D-Nice goes and he calls Scott LaRock. And so Scott LaRock comes and he's like, yo, we're going to go try to squash the beef. You know, so let's go find these guys. They ride around in a Jeep, they go find these guys, and then they say that Scott LaRock actually squashed the beef. And then his security that was with them at the time got into it with one of the niggas. They started fighting, and then niggas started shooting. Boom, 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 boom. And then Scott LaRock got hit. They said he got hit in the head. He got hit in the neck. And Scott LaRock died. That was in August of 1987. And so he's known as the first murder in hip-hop. Now, it's some conspiracy things. Some people say that he was assassinated and that actually that they had a bidding war, that Job and Warner Brothers wanted to sign them, and that Job was going to give them less money but all of their publishing. And Warner Brothers was going to give them more money, but they wanted their publishing. And that KRS-One wanted to go with Warner Brothers because he was still homeless, even though they was popping in the streets. And that the record label that they were signed to, because they was criminals and they just wanted the fucking money, that they wanted to go with Warner Brothers. But Scott LaRock in his business mind was like, nah, we're going to take the less money and we're going to get all of our publishing. And so now people say that he was assassinated because of that. And after
did you just imply my family has something to do with Scott LaRock's murder?
Hey, let me tell you what's going on here, what they saying. And then they said, when Scott
is that
LaRock,
what she just did to my family?
Yes.
They said when Scott LaRock, allegedly, they saying when Scott LaRock got murdered, that after that whole situation, that KRS-One, they took the deal with Warner Brothers. And yeah.
Lady Luck, would you like to respond before we go to our guest? Like, anything you want to clear up?
My family,
Mrs. Robinson?
My family had, what did you call me? What did you call me? My family had nothing to do with Scott LaRock's untimely demise. So
allegedly.
Ain't no allegedly, okay?
No, allegedly they know what she said is alleged. Not allegedly they didn't. Allegedly they did. Allegedly they did.
We not even playing on that type of time. Like, they ain't saying that. People in the street been saying a lot of stuff, okay? But we ain't listening to what the streets say. We listening to what is actual factual. So please don't bring my family in.
Well, actually, let me tell you the person who said that. The person.
It's the receipts for me.
No.
Mr. Diamonds, are you enjoying yourself?
The person who actually said that his name is Said G. He's the person who actually said that. and
who is Said G?
Let me give y'all information who Said G. Said G is actually the producer of Criminal Minded. He actually did all the beats, and he's also a member of the legendary group Ultramagnetic MCs, which birthed Kool Keith that everybody loves. So Said G is somebody. Trust me.
All right, I just asked who it was.
It's also said that MC Search asked KRS-One after, you know, that Scott LaRock died in the hospital, like, why are you smiling? And he was like, oh, you know, some shit like, oh, he's in a better place and we're going to be good now, and, you know, all of this stuff.
So you're implying that KRS-One, who is a friend and family to Lady Luck, fun fact, me and his stepson used to date in like the 4th grade, you know, rest in peace. Word.
Rest in peace.
Word. But like,
well, if you got inside scoop, then let us know.
No, but I'm not gonna ever sit here and let you imply that
Anybody, hold up. Anybody that's in the comments, if y'all asking who is this, who is that, this is why I'm telling y'all to go do y'all research. I'm just giving y'all a story on history, and you could take that and go do the research for yourself.
I do want to clarify one thing about the record. The records, the timeline of the records, how they came out in the distance is wrong. South Bronx, the bridges.
Right.
That was
right. South Bronx was first.
Yeah.
Then they put out South Bronx
the
came
bridge,
out first.
and then they put
out Kill That Noise.
Yeah. No. They put out the bridge.
No, Shan put out Kill That Noise after South Bronx.
Yeah, and then they put out.
And then they put out the Bridge Is Over to the response of Kill That Noise, right?
No, Bridge was first.
This big
Bridge was first.
Yeah, the Bridge is what started because then he put out he already had South Bronx was on the album.
Yeah, South Bronx was on the album. So was Super Sperm. I had all of the cassette tapes. There are a lot of conspiracies in hip hop because people just like to just talk things and say things in the comments. There's conspiracies with Biggie, Tupac, and everybody else. There's conspiracies with all of the rappers who passed away on Empire. But bottom line, what is actual factual? What is actual factual is that my family nor KRS-One had anything to do with the untimely demise of Scott LaRock. She just told a full ass story about the people watching on TV and the girl pointing it out. How did my family get involved in that?
Don't kill the messenger.
Yeah, listen. Rest in peace to Scott LaRock.
Yes.
All of the murders going on in hip hop, and I'm not talking about the people they claiming to be rappers. I'm talking about, you know, people that's really done it. And you know, Scott LaRock is the first murder in hip hop. I wanted to bring that to people's attention. It's a lot of people who have no idea who he is. They don't know anything about it. And you know, you could go back and you could do your do your research on history. And that was it.
And you asked for Bunny Tales and she gave it to you.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a Bunny Tale, everyone. If you love Bunny Tales and you want more, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. We didn't need to elevate our subscribers to make sure you like, comment, share if you care. And don't forget to follow our Instagram as well. Yes, I'm sorry.
They also say that Scott LaRock Jr.
Baby Rock, Lil Pebble.
They say that KRS-One never did anything for him, and D Nice that
you can watch my interview. It's my interview. Look up Scott LaRock Jr. on Doggie Diamonds TV, and he will give you everything.
Yes, please look that up, because that's how I found out you did an interview with him when I was doing my research. So it's definitely other bloggers that definitely have your name. Like, yo, if you want to know from Scott LaRock Jr., go watch Doggie Diamonds. Like, yeah, so that's how I knew that you did the interview with him.
Mr. Diamonds, it was a pleasure having you. Before you go, you seem like you are such the anti-industry. While most media personalities play the game, they're afraid to ask certain questions because of, you know, relationships or what have you. You've created your own platform, and that's why it seems like you don't care, because it's your platform. I know how that feels. Now, what made you have that courage and that strength to do that? And do you have any tips for media personalities on the come up, not the DVD?
For one, I'm from Brooklyn, so the fearlessness is just a Brooklyn thing. You know, having to grow up in the 90s in Brooklyn was different. and I was outside, you know what I'm saying? So when you went outside, you just didn't know what was going to happen. And sadly, we got a kick out of it. We enjoyed being in the mix. The biggest thing, if you from Brooklyn, the biggest thing you could do on is go to Coney Island or 42nd Street or both. Digging pockets, going to high school fights. So growing up in that environment prepared me from everything. So when I see rappers who's trying to be street dudes, but you really a rapper, but it's really your entourage that everybody's scared of, I would never be scared of a rapper. So
watch your mouth, Doggie.
Listen, my alliance is to the people. It's not the industry. My alliance is to the people. The people pay your bills. The people put you in position. That's why I'm a people person, but I'm not the industry. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's a lot of fallacies, a lot of lies, a lot of things being taught. I did with Ali Vegas, 5 million views on Ali Vegas, where we talk about what went on behind the doors in the industry. That opened the door for everybody to start talking about these little spooky mansion parties and all this other stuff that's going on, that been going on. But we started that dialogue. My thing for anybody on the come up, if you want to be Wendy Williams, be Wendy Williams. If you want to be messy, be messy. But it's a price that does come with it. Somebody is going to punch you in your mouth. And if you're not ready and you're not prepared to get punched in your face or fight or kill or be killed, pick your lane, choose it wisely, do research. And one of the main things that you should do is when you do an interview and you know that this line of questioning or this narrative comes from somebody else, give that other person the credit. It ain't nothing wrong with saying, yo, I seen you on the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese show and you said, please do that. That's good journalism.
Right.
So if you just want to be messy and you just want to, well, I had heard that, then you're not, then you gossip. And another thing, this is very important. To the people who saying you got a podcast, if your podcast is not on Spotify, iTunes, or SoundCloud, you do not have a podcast. You have a YouTube show or you have an Instagram show. It is not a podcast. Podcast is strictly audio. That's what a podcast is. So when you go and you want to get your deal for your podcast, they're going to want to see your audio streaming numbers. You cannot give them your YouTube numbers. That is not a podcast. It just so happens that we use the YouTube to sell the audio because people like visuals. But stop calling your YouTube show a podcast. That became the new buzzword. My podcast. I'm like, where could I hear that? I looked it up on iTunes. Oh, it ain't on iTunes yet. So you don't have a podcast and you have a YouTube show. And that's fine too. But stop using words, because when you go and you try to elevate, and when you try to get these monies for your talent and your brand, they're going to want to see these numbers that you cannot provide them. You know what I'm saying? So people be like, oh, he hating. How could I don't have to tell y'all this. I don't have to tell nobody nothing. I could just take the basketball and go home. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Listen, I'm good. We don't have to give no advice to no up and comers. We could just do like everybody else do. And that's one of the things that I talked about. I don't feel like Puffy. I don't feel like Jay-Z. I don't feel like Nas. I don't think none of these black billionaires owe us anything. But what they do owe us is they owe us the information, right? They owe us information. They owe us to teach all of our people how to be what we need to be if we all gonna be more than what we are. Because if Babs is a millionaire, if Luck is a millionaire, if you're a millionaire, and I fall off, I know I could come get 100 from you, 100 from you, 100. I'm 300 up. I'm gonna flip that 300, pay y'all back, give y'all chips with dip, and be good. And if you ever fall, you got me. But what we do, why is it only 4 billionaires in hip hop? And hip hop been around for 40 years.
Because they get rich off of everything other than rap music. Even with all of them.
Who pays them?
We do.
Oh,
and
man, Doggie, man, we need part 2.
And what did you say, sir?
Hold up. That's when I go back to putting people on and they forget about you. Because that is my key. If I help you, help me. Because the same, how I was taught, the same people you see when you on your way up, you gonna see them motherfuckers on your way down. And if you treat it I was told, I don't give a fuck if it's the nigga that's cleaning the floor. You better treat him good, because you don't know what position he gonna be in 10 years later. And when you on your way down, he will remember that you was good to him when he was cleaning them floors. And he'll grab your hand and say, hold up, bitch. Hold up. Come on up with me.
That's why I got good relationships. And you know, and again, people do forget I have people, especially, and you know who's the most disloyal people? The most disloyal people in culture is battle rappers. The most disloyal people. Battle rappers are the most disloyal people you will ever encounter in this whole culture.
Tell me about it.
Why is that?
Because they at the bottom and they fighting to get somewhere.
These are people who hang around each other for years and then one day stand on stage and tell each other business to the world. You know what I'm saying? But battle rappers are very disloyal. Like, again, I've been loyal to Queen of the Ring since its inception. You understand what I'm saying? I don't acknowledge no other female leads. I never will. You know what I'm saying? Because Queen of the Ring, when I know Queen of the Ring birthed a lot of these chicks. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Queen of the Ring.
We wouldn't know them.
So, and the thing that bothers me with that is that, see, everything that I did in this culture that I loved it so much, initially I didn't do it for money. I did it for, yo, I'm serious. So whether I get money or not, I'm doing this. You understand what I'm saying? And we were taught to pay dues. You had to pay your dues. Now everybody think they don't got to pay dues. They think they coming at the top. No, babies don't come out eating steak. You know what I'm saying? Babies don't come out walking. You got to crawl before you walk. And then when people see you serious about what you're doing, when people see you serious about your craft, they're going to say, yo, they not to be messed with. Let's invest in them. But you got people who going up there, you forgetting your rounds. You got a round for 9 minutes and you don't know your rounds for 9 minutes and you getting 10,000, 20,000. Jadakiss got a round for an hour to get 20,000. An hour. And you kept round for 9 minutes and you can't dedicate yourself. So when I look at them and I look at that, I be like, yo, they playing with this. They playing with this. You know what I'm saying? And again, that really, really bothers me. And that's why, to a certain extent, I kind of fell back from it, because I was like, oh, this all became a game. Y'all fumbling the bag. How could you fuck up and you got the whole world watching you?
Well, Doggie Diamonds, you know, shout out to Queen of the Ring, shout out to Babs Bunny, shout out to just making history. Everybody's made history. You know, sometimes they have a lot going on in their life and other things is going on. Sometimes people have bad memories. We never know what a person is going through. So shout out to all of the loyal battle rappers out there who get paid homage to everywhere and, you know, they've been and things of that nature. But Doggie Diamonds, we love you. We're going to need a part 2 with you.
Yeah, we definitely
do. We got yes, definitely. And hold up real quick before we go. So Doggie Diamonds, what's the other guy that you do your show with sometimes?
Oh,
from Brooklyn?
Carson, East New York, yes.
East New York. Shout out to him. Tell him I said what's up. I see him. I watched the show. Okay, but you need a female up there with you sometimes. You need me up there with you sometimes.
We could do that.
Talk that real shit. I don't even mind doing a 3-way panel with y'all.
Hey,
because you know, not like that. Pause. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying, bitch. I don't.
It's the 3-way for me. But we definitely got to have you come back because we had a whole...
Now let me swing my dick. Let me swing my dick. Let me hold on. Wait. Let me swing my... Hold on. Let me say something. Doggie Diamonds did his shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about female battle rap. Let me tell y'all something. I was an egotistical maniac when I was on Def Jam. And the first female battle rap that y'all ever seen face to face was Lady Luck. And Lady Luck blew up female battle rap hands down. I'm the one who called the radio station and told them about the battle that I had. If I never called the radio station, y'all would have never heard of Fight Club and the battle that y'all be watching and give it legendary battle. Y'all would have never seen it. And the person who gave me the phone number to call up there, because they changed the hotline number all the time, was Brooklyn Babs. So we've been putting on for female battle rap way before all of this happened. So I'm going to swing my dick and let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? It was you.
Y'all like neck and neck pause, because wasn't she battling too? Y'all both was battling and starting shit together.
Yes, hold up. But let me say this, though. You know what I'm talking about? I'm Bad Bunny's first day in the street making a band. And
what you about to say?
She battled making a band.
I had a legendary battle on making the band as well, love. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
you
band,
did.
Shout out to us.
Yes, you did.
Shout out to us.
Yes, you
did.
did.
Let me tell you something, though, real quick.
I've been on niggas' heads forever.
You have, bitch. You have. Let's not
Ask them
forget
niggas
this
who used to
bitch
come up
Lady
to
Luck.
Def Jam and try to get deals.
Hold up. This bitch Lady Luck ran up on me. I'm walking out the club.
Don't lie on the show today.
I'm not lying, because, bitch, you be acting like you got memory loss, bitch. I'm walking out the club, okay? Lady Luck come up to me. She like, yo, what's up? You know who I am?
I ain't say that.
Yes, you did, bitch.
I ain't say that.
Yes,
It ain't
you
happen
did.
like that.
I remember everything a light-skinned bitch said to me. Yes, you did.
It didn't happen like that. I saw her walking up the street with two bitches, one on each arm, and everybody's like, Babs, and I was sitting on a crate. And I stood up and I was like, hey, Babs, Bunny, how you doing? Like, you know who I am? My name's Lady Luck. Like, mad humble, like.
Mad nice. It wasn't like you came.
Nah, it wasn't like, yo, bitch. It was like,
it
yo.
wasn't like, nah, it wasn't like, yeah, bitch, fuck out. It wasn't like that. But she like, yeah, you know who I am? And then, you know, of course, back then, we didn't have social media and all of that shit. And she wasn't in the carry dress. You know what I mean? So I was like, I said, no, I don't know who you are. She said, I'm Lady Luck. She said, I'm Lady Luck. I said, oh, Lady Luck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew who Lady Luck was. You know what I mean? And then, bam, look, this bitch still over here on the Instagram screen.
Still
all these
over
years
here.
later.
All these
years
still
later.
fighting.
Damn,
Still battling.
So when can we do part 2?
We definitely gonna lock in with you, because we had a whole chit chat topic that I wanted to talk to you about, because there feels like there's no code of ethics in hip hop. So we definitely want to have you come back and talk about that. So we'll have you and Lady Luck, correspond, figure out the date, and then we'll pull you back on. Because on Monday we have a wonderful show already planned out. Who's coming through on Monday? You want to announce that, or you want to wait?
We got Rockwaller, legendary producer Rockwaller coming through. Me and Rock been friends and everything for a long time, since Def Jam. So shout out to Rockwaller. We got some great stories to tell.
And we're gonna definitely bring you back.
Real quick before we go, because I know we're about to go. And we need to bring Doggie Diamonds back up for a bacon, egg, and cheese after dark. I think that should be the part 2.
That's what me and Doggie be doing. We be on mad
okay. Doggie style.
We do a segment called Bacon, Egg, and Cheese After Dark, because, you know, right now it's the daytime. We can't go really in. And so we go in on the After Dark show. You know what I'm saying? But exactly. Basically, I wanted to say before we go, shout out to you. Shout out to all of the niggas that was grinding from the get-go. Like the niggas that stood outside of the radio station. The niggas that went to the parties and pressed the rappers for interviews, that, you know, ran up on them, because you was one of them. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. I just want to let people know that the grind is real. Niggas been doing this for a lot of years. Standing outside in the summer, standing outside in the winter in New York City. If you don't know what it is to be outside in the winter in New York City, standing in front of Hot 97, waiting for a rapper to come out with your camera to ask them for a drop or interview. Yeah, he's a part of that era. So shout out to you, Doggie Diamonds.
Yes, and shout out to y'all. Much success on y'all show. Make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel. Also, make sure you hit the bell to get all notifications when they're going live, when they upload a new episode. When you hit the bell, you can customize how you want the content to come to you. You can have it come to your phone, you can have it come to your email, or you can have it come to both. But it's very important that you hit the bell, because the way YouTube is, once they hit a certain amount of subscribers, it's too many subscribers for them to just send out the general email. So you have to customize the email. So the bell is more important than actually the subscription. So hitting subscribe is just not enough. Hit the bell also, so you'll get the notifications.
Get that bell, baby. Hit the bell, baby.
I'm about to get it. Yo, that's my new t-shirt. Hit the bell.
Back.
If you see that shit anywhere else, you know where it came from. It came from Doggie Diamonds when I took it. Hit the bell, nigga. Hit the bell.
Word, hit the bell.
Hit
Yeah.
that bell, baby.
And,
thank you again, Doggie Diamonds.
Yeah.
Let everyone know how they can get in tune with and in touch with you moving forward.
I'm on, like I said, I'm on every streaming platform. My actual podcast is Doggie Diamonds No Filter. It's over like 100-some episodes. I probably got 60 episodes that I didn't even put out. I got interviews with Scarface. I got interviews in the vault that I never put out. I got a lot of content. I got maybe 6,000 interviews on YouTube alone. You know what I'm saying? To go look in there. And then I got stuff in the vaults that I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this NFT thing out. You know what I'm saying? I got the microphone that Biggie recorded Warning on, Little Kim and all that. So I'm trying to actually NFT that. Uncle Murder recorded on that mic, Sean Price, Tech and Steel, Aguilar, Little Kim, Little C's, Foxy Brown, Biggie. Damn, there is more people. They're going to pop in my head as soon as we get off. But yeah, a lot of people recorded on this microphone that I had because I was like one of the only people with a studio in Brooklyn when I was 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? He used to be my artist when he was like 12. You know,
and you were Benzino's gun carrier, right? That 15,
I wasn't
16.
his gun. No.
Yeah, you were. You were his security. You was the one he called when he needed that thing.
That's the difference between gun. See, the gun carrier is the person that he gives the gun to make you a doja. I wasn't a doja. I had it on me.
Okay, sorry for the terminology.
I was definitely a gun carrier. I was definitely the gun carrier.
You the female, all the females carry.
I was the girl. They like, yo, get it in, because you know we wasn't getting searched like that. And so I had all of the guns on me when I walked in, and then we dipped to the back, and you start passing them off. You know what I'm talking about?
When I was 15, he took me on the first only Source tour. Source magazine had a tour. And I went on the tour when I was 15. So being that was my first tour that I ever been on. So being that he took me on the tour, and you know, whenever you go on tour, initially sometimes you be a little standoffish with each other, but by the third or fourth date, we was just mad cool. And I was 15, you know what I'm saying? And they was older than me. So he took to me like a little brother. So we formed a relationship from there. So every time he came to Brooklyn, this is when you had to call a house phone. He would call my crib and say, yo, I'm in town. And one time he called me, he said, I got a video shoot in Williamsburg, but we need guns. We ain't got no guns. We need it for the video shoot. So I said, yo, I'll be there in a few minutes. So I just, you know, grabbed a Nina, went down to the shoot. And I'm trying to find a video that's my gun. Also, in the video where Biggie says, Super Cat Plastic Glock, in the Dolly My Baby video, I know where that gun is too. You know what I'm saying?
That was your Glock?
You want NFT that Glock? You want NFT the Glock?
No.
NFT the Glock?
Yo, but I'm a licensed carrier though. You know that, right?
You say you a light skin carrier?
How we know that, Doggie? How we know that?
A license. I can walk around with it.
Licensed carrier.
You say you a light skin carrier?
He said he a light skin carrier.
Yo, we out of here. We out of here.
Yes, thank you again.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me. Y'all know how to reach me, everybody. If you want me back on your show, whatever, hit me up. I'm out of here.
I love you, Doggie.
Thank you.
I